Alright, guys, I want to talk about your character, right? Character, your character as a person. What do you want yourself to be remembered as? You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to character, like, you're a good guy, you're a bad guy, you're a decent human, you're a bad person. You know what I mean? Like, so, okay, what does character mean, right? So, let's take, for example, right? My keys. These are my keys, right? Look at it. Look at it. When you look at it, it's like, damn, that's a messed up key. But it's a key to my car. You know what I mean? It's a key to my car. And this key has a lot of character, right? It went through war. You know what I mean? The car's a 2006 Ford, right? Ford Mustang. So 2006, 2025. So it's an older model key car. But the key alone, right? So like the part that's supposed to um be able to have the chain here, key chain, hold itself, was broken, right? It was hard plastic. When it was newer, it probably could have taken all the abuse, you know, dangling and moving around in my pockets and stuff, right? But as the plastic got older, it got weaker. You know what I mean? That's you know. So now that's to be the Frankenstein key, cause had it still works, but it needs it needs to do a particular type of job, which is it needs to hang onto that the loop right there with the rest of the keys, right? So the story is twice in a row after I fixed it the first time, it became loose again, and twice in a row, it could have been a misfortunate or unfortunate scenario for me. I could have lost it, right? And then I would have to, you know, go through the trouble of getting it replaced, finding a locksmith, having them, um, you, make a key for me, going to the dealer, etc., right? But fortunately, it was still in my pocket. You know what I mean? And I was able to make it work. You know. So this time around, it's not hanging by any plastic, right? Or any hard plastic. I screwed it in. You know what I mean? Hopefully, this time around, it becomes a little bit more immortal, right? And that's what character is, right? We go through our life and we make ourselves a little bit more immortal, and we know that life is in itself. We know that it's a temporal state, and this we live in this 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 planet as a mortal being, right? But if we build our character right, our character becomes more and more immortal, right? Maybe they can talk about us in history books because of what we did, because of who we are, because of the things we built around us, because of the nature of the character we built within ourselves. And that's what character is, right? When you're building your character, you want to be known for something. And sometimes when people decide to go through life and they choose one path over the other one, you know what I mean? The character building gets misplaced or it gets incorrectly placed and you become known as someone that you did not intentionally wanted to become. So your immortality turns into a character that wasn't intentional, right? That's why when they say, are you intentional about things in your life, or was it just an accident, or was it because you plagiarized or copied someone else, right? So when you're building a character and you want to be, intentional about your character to be, because your character stays immortal, right? If you become, well known enough where someone gets to talk about you after this lifetime that you've had on this planet, right? Um, and and you wanna leave an impression to where or it could just be like a folklore, right? Like it gets passed on from family to family, but within your family, what I mean? How does people view you within your family? You know what I mean? Are your great, 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 you know, descendants gonna speak about you in in a way where you're respected or not? Yeah, that's just I just wanted to bring that up. I mean, I was looking at my keys, and yeah, it has a lot of character right now. But and I enjoy driving my car. I mean, I took it out today. I switch car for work, and I mean, people can say, hey, why do you have two cars? You should sell one or whatnot, right? But I'm intentional with what I do, right? I have two cars because I want it, right? And sometimes it upsets me because like they assume one person shouldn't have two cars, right? Makes no sense to me, right? What if I'm a hobbyist and I wanted multiple cars? You know what I mean? Can't can't a guy just enjoy things in life? You know what I mean? Does it always have to be for the rich people that gets to enjoy things in life? You know what I mean? So, just just think about things, guys. Anyway, that's just my I don't know what that was. I don't know if you enjoyed it, but have a good night. Peace.